Ever wondered whether it's smarter to plant your roots in a purchased dream home or to keep things flexible with a rented abode? Welcome to Peech Tree. Today we're diving deep into the age-old debate, buying a home versus renting a home in the USA. So which path will lead you to your perfect nest? Let's find out. Renting a home. The biggest myth about renting is that you're throwing away money every month. This is not true. After all, you need a place to live, and that always costs money in one way or another. While it's true that you aren't building equity with monthly rent payments, not all of the costs of homeownership always go toward building equity. When you rent, you know exactly your housing costs each month. This amount is indicated on your lease so you can plan accordingly. In some cases, your landlord may also include other costs within that amount, such as utilities, storage, and homeowner association fees if you live in a condominium. As a renter, you may face rent increases each time your lease is up for renewal. These rent increases can be even steeper if you live in certain parts of town. This may not be the case if you live in an area with rent ceilings and rent control, which limit how much a landlord can increase the rent, if at all. It means you're able to move whenever your lease ends. It also means you could have to move suddenly if your landlord decides to sell the property, or turn your apartment complex into condos. Less dramatically, they could just bump up the rent to more than you can afford. Owning a home. Home ownership brings both tangible and intangible benefits. Not only do you have your own home, but you can make decisions about the look and design of the space. And you also get a sense of stability and pride of ownership. Keep in mind though that changing your mind about where you're living can be very expensive since real estate is an illiquid asset. You may not be able to sell when you want, and even if you do, you may not get it at the price you want, especially if the housing market is down. Even if it's up, there are significant transaction costs associated with selling your property. The overall cost of homeownership tends to be higher than renting, even if your mortgage payment is lower than the rent. Here are some expenses you'll be spending money on as a homeowner that you generally do not have to pay as a renter. Have you ever considered the long-term impact of your housing choice on your financial goals? What do you think is the biggest factor influencing your decision between buying and renting? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Key differences. Property values. Certain factors can positively or negatively affect the value of your home, including maintenance, environmental concerns such as nearby landfills and hazardous waste sites, outdated interiors, exterior conditions in your unruly neighbour's front yard littered with pink flamingos can impact your home value too. Housing surpluses. These factors can of course affect you as a renter too. For instance, negative factors may help lower your rental costs. After all, the landlord may be desperate for income and may end up slashing the monthly price. Tax benefits. Homeowners may benefit from certain tax benefits. The home mortgage interest deduction reduces any out-of-pocket expenses during the early life of the loan, as long as deductions are itemized. If you rent, you get no mortgage tax deduction at all. Keep in mind that you can still take the standard deduction that's available to all taxpayers. The same is true for homeowners who don't have enough deductions to itemize individually. Time commitment. If you like having your evenings and weekends to use as you please, if you work long hours, or if you travel frequently, then the time commitment that comes with home ownership may be more than you want to take on. There are always projects that you will need or want to take care of, from finding a plumber to replacing a rusted out pipe and repainting the bedroom to mowing the lawn. After factoring in the costs of home ownership, you may find that renting may make more financial sense, allowing you to invest the money you would have put into a home into a retirement account. Now let's ask some mandatory questions. Is it better to rent or own a home? There is no definitive answer about whether renting or owning a home is better. The answer depends on your own personal situation, your finances, lifestyle, and personal goals. You need to weigh out the benefits and the costs of each based on your income, savings, and how you live. Is renting cheaper than owning a home? Renting can be a very predictable expense. You know what your costs are up front and can plan accordingly. On the other hand, if you enjoy a lavish lifestyle, you may find renting to be more expensive than owning a home, even if there are repairs and regular maintenance you have to make with purchasing real estate. Is homeownership a good investment? Buying a home can be a very good investment. You may be able to build equity, but as with any investment, just how well your investment performs depends on a number of factors. When it comes to real estate, factors like location, the economy, maintenance, and environmental concerns can affect the overall value. And keep in mind that it's never static, so things can change. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Your decision ultimately depends on various factors, and we hope this video has provided valuable insights to help you make an informed choice. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Peech Tree for more tips. Until next time, happy house hunting.